Welcome aboard the Story Ark. I'm your captain, Kenny Mears, and let's take a voyage together. Sometimes our storytellers give us some shorter, less traditional content that we absolutely love, but don't make it into one of our regular episodes. That is just what we have today with a sweet poem and a story told by our friend Wayne Kartchner. Here's Wayne with The Davis County Jail and My Best Buy.
This is called Davis County Jail. Everything in here is true. We're sitting and we're waiting as they come walking in. We're just a group of sinners all trying to find him. The benches in this concrete room are only folding chairs. I've never seen a church before that was so sparse and spare. But I feel his spirit round me, though some think this is hell. I'm sitting in the chapel of the Davis County Jail. Some of the lambs are hardened. You can see it in their eyes. You also see the tattoos of every shape and size. Most come here to be lifted up above the grit and grime, but some because the teacher hands them sweaters every time. The only time I'm warm all week, an older woman wails, is when I'm in the chapel of the Davis County Jail. 7 Hispanic inmates, they're from Charlie Pod, have practiced all week their praises to God. They're standing right there by the concrete wall. Hermano Gomez is short and Alvarez tall. I understand they're speaking, they're singing not so well. But I hear the voice of angels in the Davis County Jail. In Delta Pod are 2 men who feel they should hurt little Steve because to God he kneels. Big Charlie protects him with a huge tattooed arm, says they'll die in great pain if Steve comes to harm. Charlie will die in a bar, in bullets like hail, but he saved a young man in the Davis County Jail. She is the last one to walk in. I've seen her here before. She's sobbing mightily, the tears, oh how they pour. I've never been so frightened in all my 20 years. Please God help me with my plight, I only hope you'll hear. My time is up, tomorrow night I'm leaving without fail. And I have never felt safe outside the Davis County Jail. The only place I have to live is with my parents dear. And when I'm there, the only thing I can know is fear. I know that they will force me to get money for their drugs. I don't want to do that anymore, she says, and then she shrugs. But I'll go to them tomorrow. And with that, she grows more pale at the thought of leaving safety in the Davis County Jail. The prayer is said, the meeting's o'er. I get my sweaters back. I put the Bibles, hymnals, and papers in a sack. Tonight, I'll call my parents, and I'll thank them for the way they raised me and they loved me, and this is what I'll say. I love the time spent serving those off the straight and narrow trail, but you gave me love and safety outside the Davis County Jail. My dad didn't write anything. My mom said she could hardly get him to write a check. But one day, he enjoyed tractor magazines, and in one of the tractor magazines, there was an article every month called My Best Buy, where people wrote in about the best thing they'd ever bought. And one day he was reading the article, and my mother says he just got up, took the magazine in, and walked into his office and disappeared for about an hour and came back out and handed this to my mother. And this is entitled My Best Buy, and as far as I know, this is the only thing my father ever wrote in his life. My best buy of all times was a wedding ring. I bought it to install on my 1926 model girl, who was given the name of Bertha by her original manufacturer. Once installed, it was a perfect fit. Over the year, my 1926 Bertha has made my meals, done the laundry, ran for parts, coped with in-laws, painted the house, mowed the lawn, worked full-time and part-time jobs, managed the finances, planted gardens, laughed at my jokes for the 100th times, sat by my sickbed, mourned at the loss of my relatives, and sometimes even milked the cows. My 26th Bertha stood by me during good times and bad, supported me in all my endeavors, born and raised our 5 sons, given me reason to get up in the morning. As we close our 56 years together, I can truthfully say that wedding ring was the best buy I have ever made. That was written by Oren Kartchner, March of 2003. My dad lived to be 90 years old. 2 weeks after his 90th birthday, he had a stroke. I was called into the hospital before he died. My sister-in-law had been told to keep him talking about whatever she could that was simple. She asked if he knew her name. He didn't. He didn't know my brother's name. He didn't know my name. And then she asked him if he knew his name. He did not know his own name, but he knew my mother's name. And I will always remember that. He knew my mother's name when he didn't even know his own name.
The Story Ark is a production of Food for Thought Audio. This episode was written, produced, and edited by me, Kenny Mears. We'd like to thank today's storyteller, Wayne Kartchner, for sharing his story. Wayne is a member of the Utah Storytelling Guild. For more information on him and his work, be sure to check out his profile on utahstorytellingguild.website. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, or wherever you listen to podcasts for more content. And until next time, thanks for listening. Hello everybody, it's your Captain Kenny Mears here with some exciting news. We here at Food for Thought Audio have been cooking up something special, and we are excited to announce a new show, Uplift Uganda, The Power of One Step Forward. Join host Trevor Dykes as he travels to Uganda to explore how to make a difference and help lift the people he loves there out of poverty. So please, go give a listen to Uplift Uganda, with new episodes released every Friday wherever you listen.